For 2,000 years, Christians have made spiritual journeys to Israel. Today, most visitors travel in tour buses. Now, there is a way to literally walk where Jesus walked. The Jesus Trail, a 4-day trek, offers a chance to slow down and absorb the sights and sounds of the Galilee, where Jesus lived and ministered. Co-founders Israeli Maoz Inon and American David Landis are experienced international hikers. They say creating a Galilee trail where Jesus walked was just natural.
It just seemed to make a lot of sense of how the Jesus Trail could bring a lot of new life to the Galilee, transform the communities, and give people, Christians, or just travelers and pilgrims, a way to really experience the life of Jesus in an authentic way that was very meaningful to them.
Marked with orange and white stripes or an orange dot, the trail begins in Nazareth, now the largest Arab city in Israel. A guidebook, map, or GPS coordinates help show the way. The 36-mile trail winds across natural terrain, to towns like Cana that are full of history, and over land with spectacular views.
We think it's very similar to the way Jesus would have walked. From the Bible, it talks about Jesus going from Nazareth to Capernaum.
On the first day, hikers come to the ancient town of Sipori. While the city is not mentioned in the Bible, it would have been under construction at the time of Jesus. Some scholars speculate that Joseph, and maybe even Jesus himself, worked there as builders. This part of the trail is about a day-and-a-half's journey from Jesus' hometown of Nazareth. It's on the way to an ancient Roman road. It's likely Jesus took that road on his way from Nazareth to the Sea of Galilee.
I think it's just interesting to think about how connected Jesus' geography was to the rest of the world during his time. Just the influences he would have had, the different languages he would have heard.
This Roman road was part of an ancient trade route connecting Egypt with Damascus and Mesopotamia. Today it's covered with weeds, but still located near a major travel and transportation junction in the Galilee.
Think of like how the internet connects people today. Like that's how Roman roads connected people during the time of Jesus.
Nature is also part of the Bible story. The locusts John the Baptist ate were probably carobs from a tree like this. Jesus cursed the fig tree when it had no fruit. And olive trees are biblical symbols of beauty and prosperity. Their fruit gave oil to anoint the priests and light the temple. By the third day, hikers get their first glimpse of the Sea of Galilee. The volcanic mountain, known as the Horns of Hitim, is the site of an ancient battle, which led to Islamic forces dominating the Holy Land and reconquering Jerusalem.
From here you can see basically most of the trails route. You can see the area of Jesus' ministry along the Sea of Galilee here, and you can see the end point of the trail, which is Capernaum. You can sit under a tree in the shade and just look at where you've come and think about where you're going.
This is Mount Arbel. The cliff towers more than 1,000 feet above the Sea of Galilee. In Jesus' day, there was a Jewish town here, and travelers crossed through the valley below on their way from Nazareth to Capernaum. Next, you'll go to the traditional site of the Mount of Beatitudes, where Jesus preached his Sermon on the Mount. The last stop is Capernaum. Peter lived here, and Jesus used the town as his base during his years of ministry in the Galilee. And Jesus went about all Galilee, teaching in their synagogues, preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing all kinds of sickness, all kinds of disease among the people. So far in the last year, an estimated 1,000 people have walked the Jesus Trail. Landis says he thinks the number could grow to 100,000 each year as more and more people come to Israel to walk where Jesus walked. Chris Mitchell, CBN News, the Galilee.